So today we are going to continue on our new series about how to lose weight and never ever gain back. Today's approach is all about carbs. So I want you to watch this video to the end where I'm going to tell you exactly when to eat carbs and when to skip them. I will tell you my personal story. So I've been before I got into a fitness and nutrition world, and went back to school and studied fitness and nutrition. So I was like everybody else. So I was trying different diets, and sometimes they were working, sometimes they didn't. And actually, a couple of examples. One time, my husband and me, we went on a low carb diet, and we stayed for 2 weeks. It was absolute torture for me. It did not work for me at all, but it worked for my husband. I think he lost like 10 pounds or something like that. I lost probably 1.5 pounds, and who knows, probably not even fat. It was a water. And yeah, I was miserable the whole time, so life wasn't good. And then, of course, I regained everything back. Then I went quite a few years ago, before my third marriage, before the wedding. So I went on a diet, on a blood type diet, and it did work for me. I lost close to 20 pounds. It was beautiful, but I had a huge motivation, yeah, to fit in a beautiful wedding dress. So anyway, but then everything just fell apart because I couldn't sustain, I couldn't be on that blood type diet for the rest of my life. So today's approach is go carb cycling. So before we will jump into the formula of carb cycling, I want to talk about a little bit low carb diets. And I know it's a big thing these days, especially keto diet, right? So here's the thing. Me personally, I do not believe in diets. I do not believe in any diets that will low calories tremendously. I do not believe in diets that remove one of the macro, which would be low carb diets, would be removing or really reducing hugely carbs. And when I'm talking about carbs, I'm talking about good carbs. I'm not talking about McDonald's stuff or processed carbs like white bread, white flour, white pasta, stuff like that. Absolutely not. When I'm talking about carbs, I'm talking about healthy carbs, simple carbs like fruits, and complex carbs like grains, legumes, starchy vegetables, so all stuff that is good for your health, okay? So back to the low carb diets. So there are people who are doing very well on low carb diets, and they feel full of energy. They feel that they weight loss dropping down. um, okay, that's fine. If you're happy, and it's working for you, good for you. But usually it's not for a long time. Why is that? Because it's just physiology of the body, how the body works. And I'm not going in those details. But you know what? If it is working for you and you're happy, then by all means, stay on that diet, right? So I do believe only in diets for therapeutic research. But if you're doing diets like that for weight loss, it's not a good idea. Listen, research, okay? Find researches, find backups, then try. If it doesn't work for a couple of weeks, get out, okay? Get out and just do something more healthy, like carb cycling approach that I'm going to talk today. Let's talk about carb cycling. What is carb cycling? Well, carb cycling formula, as simple as it says, you alternate high carb days with low carb days. Okay? It is as simple as that. So what happens when we eat like that? On high carb days, you're refilling your carb storages, glycogen stores, which in our muscles 400 and 100 in our liver. So glycogen stores are stores for sugar or glucose from the carbs, not fat stores. Okay, don't confuse glycogen stores with fat stores. So then on low carb days, your body will use those the sugar from glycogen stores for energy. Okay, so the body will drain the glycogen stores. So this approach, why this approach is so good, not only for your weight loss but for your health. And by the way, talking about that, you always need to concentrate on the health, right? Don't reverse the things. Don't start concentrating only on weight loss and hoping that health will improve too. No, you concentrate on your health. Health is the priority, remember. If your body will start working properly and getting healthier and healthier, then weight loss is going to be a side effect. Okay, as simple as that. So going back on high carbs and low carbs, so drainage of glycogen stores. So this approach tricks your metabolism into burning a lot of calories because the body thinks, what the heck is going on? What he or she is doing with me, right? So, and this approach also make it stabilize your blood sugar, insulin, improving insulin sensitivities, which is huge for people who gain weight around their waist. They have metabolic syndrome, which means they can have pre-diabetic condition and diabetic condition. And really and truly, knowing how to stabilize blood sugar is the magic pill for weight loss, as simple as that. And carb cycling is very good approach for that. So now your action plan for this week is try carb cycling for a week or even a two and see how it works for you. So I would suggest to actually plan your carbs eating high days around your workouts. So let's say you're working out on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And when I talk about working out, so that means high intensity interval training, weight training, anything like that. So on those days, go high carb. Okay, so high carb and do your workouts. Then on days in between, go low carb. So remove the carbs. So the only carbs you can consume on those days are vegetables, but not starch. Okay, and you can have protein and you can have fat and vegetables on the days that you're not working out, and see how it will work for you. If you need help with putting together a carb cycling approach, aka personalized plan, so book a free consultation with me where I assess your body composition, your diet, and based on that information and your weight loss goals, so I will create a weight loss plan that works only for you, because you're unique and you need to know your own diet, not somebody else's diet. There are no two people in this world that require the same diet, unfortunately. So everybody unique and everybody needs their personalized diet, okay? And that's what I can help you with. And remember, the information is good. And there are a lot of information these days everywhere. So it's good to know the information, but implementation is even more important. I want you to take action